This is a Sunnen model EC-3500-E power stroking precision honing machine. Serial number 4U1-1552.
Alright, let's do a walk around anyhow. We'll just start with, well, it does have light curtains on it. They work. I can show you during the auto cycle. Somebody added that on. That's not Sunnen, but they're nice to have. Coming around under the hood here, spindle motor, stroker motor to my left here. And farther in down here is pneumatics manifold, air regulator. One small leak that's on the compensating switch there. It's just a little pneumatic switch. It's bleeding a little bit. This all looks good up through here. Electrical motors on this side. Again, you can come around here. This is all reciprocation right here at that motor. So that's the way that goes, and the whole thing just moves in and out. This is all in nice shape. This bearing's nice. Roller, all the switches, all the electrics work well. Coming down through here, we do have operation, setup manual, troubleshooting manuals from Sunnen. Here's the cabinet. We're currently wired 460 on the primary. Disconnect. Pretty basic here, a control transformer, 2 drives, spindle drive, stroker drive, and this is the add-on stuff here. Like I said, it does work. STI light curtain. This was added on by the previous owner. That all works fine. As you can see, we've got a green light in there. And if you stay there for a second, I think if I break the beam, it might go red. Is it changing?
Yep.
Yeah, see? That's just me breaking the beam. We can do that automatically. So that's all good. Coming around to the front here, I guess we can do a manual type setup first. We've got, if I do it from a power up, let me just do it from a power up. Hang on a second. You can see the lights all come on. We got a little bit of wear and tear up on the display here, but they all do work well. So from a dead standout and power down, I'm going to put power on, E-stop off. After E-stop, they all come 8s just to see that they all work on the E-stop. And now that we're done with that, it's loaded and then power on. After power on, we get those 3. I can put a spindle speed in here right away. 220, 240, 250. Same with the stroker speed. If I hit it or just hold it, either way, I can go all the way up to, if you can see the numbers, 400 or 500 on the stroker speed, and on the spindle up to about 3,000. And we can maybe play with that a little bit while I'm running. In the manual mode, this is auto, and there's manual. In manual, the spindle will just come on, and we can dial up the spindle right now in manual, and then we can kind of watch the needle right here, and with the foot pedal, I can bring this thing down with the spindle running, and this would be a manual operation without even using the stroker business right here. So I think if we, in manual, we're good here. If I bring it down, foot pedal's about halfway down. As you can see, the spindle's on. Let me come again. Cycle stop. And, oh, you know what I did? I just put my hand in front of the light curtains. That's why it stopped. So, again, cycle start. I'm just pushing this down with the pedal so I can go back and forth. You got the needle on there? Can you see the needle? So I'm just going up and down with the foot pedal now, see? That's all I'm doing. And while we're at it, though, I'm going to hold the foot pedal midstream, and let's raise the spindle speed up. 300. Get the spindle right there. 600, 9. 1,000, there's 2,100, take it up to at least 25, there's 28, there's full out, 3,000. That sounds good. I did indicate it in, let me lower it down. Dropping. That takes us to about 600 right there. And I did indicate the spindle in, we're about 3 or 4 tenths run out, that's it. Again, we're in manual, so we can't stroke. Now, if I break the light beam, spindle stops. So that all works good. Stone feed is here. That's the same air switch I was telling you about. It works. It's just got a little, you can hear that airly kind of back off a little bit when I play with the pneumatic switch. Maybe you need a couple O-rings or maybe a new switch. This we can't do much with. This is all force. We don't have a stone in here. We don't have a piece part. We can run it now. And I can show you stroke while we're running. So I'm going to flip over to automatic over here, right now. That'll give a stroke speed. We'll start off with 100 on the stroker speed. Leave spindle speed at 700. I'm going to hit cycle start. this thing will stroke. It'll go through its whole cycle. The needle will come down. We are using the rough finishing diameter, which over here is, it's going to stroke 3 times after it hits the finished diameter. And you'll see that green light over here come on. When it gets to just about where 0 is, it'll come on. We'll do a couple auto cycles. Let's see, let it start up. So it's stroking, there's the needle. Now it goes into a feed mode. It'll work its way down to 0, and you'll kind of see that light come on, and it'll stroke 3 more times, and then shut off after the light comes on, I think. There it is. So one more time, cycle starts. Coming on, needle's coming down. And in fact, I think I can change this stroke as we're running here. Much larger stroke. See that? Are you getting that? Yep. I'm just going to leave it snug. That's a big stroke. Let it finish its cycle. And then while it's cycling, again, I'll lower it down some. Start. And going back down. Shorten that up a little bit. Snug it up. The next cycle, I'm going to start raising the stroker speed. We got about, what is it, about a 15-second cycle right there. All right, cycle start, and as we're running, I'm going to raise the stroker speed, which runs pretty good. You get it going pretty good here. There's 200, 300, they'll go up to 5 if we make it in time. I don't know. No? That's at 3. They might have it capped inside now. I'm at 3 right there. That might be full out for the time being. 300. One more time. I don't know what the control's capped at, but it won't let me go past 3, so that must be it right there. I'm going to lower it down again. I'm moving pretty fast. There we go. That's 75 again. And stroke, finish diameter. And that's pretty much it. So you've got 2 ways of cycling it. Manually off the foot pedal or auto cycle where it dumps on its own and goes back out. Cycle start is what I was using. Stroker jog, I think we can get, you know, you can get them both at once. All I'm doing is hitting this and kind of just for setup, there's stroker jog. And this is all pneumatics. Unlatch, latch stroker, feed, retract, expand. That's the stone, the wedge. And like I said, this is the finishing force, extra strokes. We can move that up by however number of strokes we want. We had it on 3, I think. Or you can just shut it off and not use it at all. So that's good for that, and that's pretty much everything. Oh, and that's right, the cooling system, which we did run. I plugged it in a little while ago. It comes on automatically and manually like it should. So that's all good. We have no coolant in there, but I ran it dry for about 15 seconds. That sounded good. And of course the pans and everything, but there's not much to see in here because all these flaps open up. The cabinet's clean. There is no oil in it at this time. This rolls in here. That just turns right around, goes inside the machine. That would look something like this